So I'd heard those stories, met the survivors there, but then drove in through the Erez crossing into the north of Gaza. And in a way, the shock is even greater then, because the devastation and desolation in northern Gaza is even greater than it is in the south. And for miles and miles, it's just rubble. You know, my staff trying to find their way back to their homes using GPS because there were no landmarks to navigate by. You couldn't see what was a school or what was a hospital, what was a home. And I've said this before, one of the first shocking things I saw driving in is the dogs going through the rubble. And I said to my colleague who was with me, why are the dogs so fat? And he said, well, because the dogs are looking for corpses. And you notice that the people are thin. And then you see that for miles and miles and miles. And I don't think anything can prepare you for that. And every single person I spent time with is deeply traumatized by that, by having lived through that, having survived that experience. And that includes our extraordinary staff on the ground, many of whom have lost their own homes and lost families. Utterly, utterly devastating. And I hope that more cameras, more journalists will be able to get in and tell that story over time. But as Steph was saying earlier on, the key thing now is that we're able to maintain that flow of aid in, because it had made such a difference. By the way, I was there during the announcement. I don't think we've seen the detail of it yet, of President Trump's plan on, I think he's called it the Riviera in Gaza. And so I was able to talk to a lot of Palestinians because, of course, it's important that they're consulted on this plan. And everyone I talked to said they were planning to stay. And everyone I talked to said, give us the tents so that we can rebuild our lives and our communities.